Upscale Park.
Welcome back to Retrospective Park. This is episode number 9. We actually had one planned to release early October. It was actually a really cool one about the galaxy and talking about outer space, and we were outdoors, which came with the issue. We may or may not have forgotten to press record on the actual audio tracker and audio recording device, and as a result, the audio came through the camera, and then there was people playing basketball at the time.
It was horrible.
Yes, there's people playing basketball at the time, and there was this couple speaking a different language, and then at one point they try to like walk in front of us, and they realize that we're recording, so then they walk around us, but the whole time they're like talking really loud. So then we use the power of AI, because AI is the future, and we were able to get rid of all the background noise, the white noise,
The
crickets buzzing, just everyday life, but it doesn't distinguish voice from voice, and so the couple's voice got augmented, and then the people playing basketball's voice got augmented, so you just hear a ball bouncing occasionally, and then hey, I need a screen over here, or some random
It wasn't
shit.
strong enough. The AI wasn't strong enough.
Exactly. It wasn't that it wasn't strong enough, it was too strong, and it didn't recognize, you don't want these voices, you want only Christian Enrique's voice, which with machine learning, that should be an issue that gets solved in the future. Looking at all you computer scientists nerds out there, engineers.
Yeah. Point of the moral of the story. We're sorry.
Episode 8 or episode 9.
We're sorry we didn't have the video out earlier.
Yeah,
We actually were planned to be on schedule.
So there's 2 episodes 9. You just don't get to see the first one.
Yep.
Lost to the abyss. I'll tell you what. If when we go live with the Patreon, maybe we'll put it behind a paywall, just the lost tapes or something.
Original audio and everything. It's not horrible, but
yeah, you guys could choose to listen to that or not. But
regardless, I think we're gonna record the episode again just because it was a really nice podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a very fun topic. Nice. Talk about space is nice.
We're gonna talk about space and then maybe UFOs at a place called UFO.
Eventually.
Yeah, we just got to figure out the lighting issue because it's pitch black out there, and we do want to record the sky, but at the same time, we want you guys to see us. You know what could fix that? We go in we go in Stickman Halloween costumes. Stickman figures.
Oh, like the glow in the dark one?
Yeah, like the glow in the dark one. So they'll just see an outline of us, and they'll hear audio, and then they'll see the sky in the back.
Well, I mean, you still need light to reflect the. Yeah.
No. There's one at Walmart that lights up itself, so it's like a battery operated. Yeah, it's like
gonna last for an hour.
It's a full black suit, and then there's
That
lines that come out.
Hot.
I mean, how long do you usually go trick or treating for?
Like 2-3 hours?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure it stays on the whole time. Plus, if not, it's batteries.
At least me and my
It's battery
kids. I feel like
operated.
me and my kids, my parents were always like, turn that shit off until you get to the doors to save battery.
They'll literally do
I
everything.
would leave it running, and I think it lasted like the whole night I was trick or treating.
No.
Maybe towards the end it was dying, but
I
I'm
never
pretty sure.
left it running.
Well, either way, we could look up how long do AA batteries last under certain
Extreme
voltage or
Regardless,
current.
it's in the works. It's in the works.
And
That's
you can do the math.
That's the
and
main.
check
That's
it
the
out.
important part. It's in the works.
Cool thing about math.
Mm.
But yeah, today, October 23rd, was the 6th flea market event. It's the 3rd one we've attended, not consecutively. We attended the first 2, and then due to us taking a break and then logistic errors time and time again, we haven't been able to come out to as many as we want to. That being said, hopefully we get all the logistic errors out of the way, ironed out. We just really need to get consistent with ordering the screen prints on time and actually putting people assigned roles rather than checking up on people last minute.
Yeah, I think just more communication.
Which ends up happening a lot of the times in companies that barely start out, like friendly startups. It always seems like deadlines are supposed to be made a priority, but like everybody's like, oh yeah, dude, we got so much time. And then when like deadline's a week out, we're like fucking crunch time because it's almost like procrastination is a part of human nature, which kind of sucks because I fall time and again into that. But yeah.
I mean,
honestly, I just feel like in general, the supermarket's always a great time.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
thank you to everybody that came out,
man.
Yeah. Everybody that came out supported. The 7 of you who bought our upscale athletic wear collection. It was actually really nice designs this time made by Christian of Atlas holding up the famous amino acid protein. And we had another one that was
designed by Ken.
Yes, that was more like collegiate, I guess, and it had like the big lettering bolded out, and then it had a fountain in the middle, which represents the fountain of youth, I'm presuming, and how if you work out, you'll stay youthful forever.
I think you just put it there because it looks nice.
I like my story better. I like my story better. It's the fountain of youth. We're gonna officially go with that narrative. It's the fountain of youth, and you'll stay young forever if you work out every day.
There you go.
at least get like 30 minutes in. You know, that could be a walk, bicycling. It could be lifting weights if that's what you're into. I'm definitely into lifting weights. I don't
Go
really
touch grass.
care for cardio. You could definitely go touch grass. You know,
Yeah.
hoop, basketball. We were talking about those people playing earlier. They were staying healthy. You know, they just at least got to get basketball, shoot a couple
Staying
of
healthy and
30
having
minutes.
fun. That's the important part.
Yeah, yes. Find something you have fun with and do it every day. 30 minutes. Never falter. And usually, consistency beats out whatever the other one
Talent.
is you're struggling. Not talent.
Oh no, that's the saying. Hard work beats talent.
Yeah, it's hard work beats
No.
talent.
That's the saying, but I'm talking about another saying that says consistency is better than. What is it called when you do something out of? I'm blanking out. It'll come to me later on.
I don't.
Impulsiveness.
Impulsive?
Impulse? No. It's not impulsive. It's like
Spontaneity.
no. It's like
Spontaneity.
ambition. Is it ambition? What is
We need
ambition
ambition
defined?
to have consistency.
Yeah.
You need ambition to have consistency.
You need ambition to have consistency.
Right,
Okay, no.
because
So
that-
then,
it gives
what's
you-
a synonym for ambition? Think of synonyms for ambition. It's close to ambition, but it's not ambition.
Willpower, drive,
Motor.
motive,
No, motive. No.
goal. I feel like ambition isn't the right word here.
Motive sounded pretty like motivation, maybe. Like yeah, that's what it is. It's consistency beats motivation. So you may not have motivation to go to the gym.
Oh. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
see, I was like, yeah, we'll eventually get it. So yeah, motivation doesn't. What was it? Doesn't.
Consistency.
Is it? But yeah, motivation isn't always there when you're wanting to go to the gym or go work out. I definitely don't have motivation every day,
You need to
but
do
the
it.
consistency part of it helps beat that. And so that's what the saying goes like.
Build good habits.
And you
bro.
build good habits and you stay young forever, like the founder of youth found on
Mm.
Ken's shirt design.
I don't know about staying young forever, man.
Or, I mean, sciences and medicine is accelerating at a fast pace. I feel like we've already been born to the point where we'll see the first human live to like 140 consistently or something.
You think so?
140?
Is it
I mean,
me?
there's some humans that right now live to 120.
Is it
And
me?
now the way that science and medicine, I hope it's you.
Is it
yeah.
me?
See,
I mean, I plan to live to 200, so I hope that you at least stick
How the
around to
fuck
like
are you
150.
gonna do that? How
now
the
you
fuck are
tell
you
me.
gonna
By going to the gym every day.
Okay,
and
but you
staying
tell me
healthy.
you're gonna be living a rough 120, 200. I think once
Yeah,
you hit,
those last 20 years are gonna kick your
yeah,
ass.
you're gonna hit.
Are
I
they?
feel like once
I
you
feel
hit
like by
triple
then I'll
digits,
be
man,
like, hey yo, just give me the electronic lungs. Give me
I
the
feel like by then
you know,
you're
by
gonna
then
have
you're more
dementia.
bionic. You're more like machine than man.
I feel like you're gonna have dementia by then.
right?
I feel like that's probably gonna be one of the biggest hurdles to overcome when you try to.
That I start forgetting shit?
Yeah, because like you.
I mean, then you
no,
then,
because like
then
you can keep
you
your,
can
you
then
can keep
just-
your body alive and
then you
healthy.
just write notes.
Like I'm pretty
and
sure.
you
I'm
never
pretty sure.
forget.
I'm pretty
You're
sure
just like,
keeping your
oh, look at that
body and your organs alive is a lot easier than keeping your brain healthy for 140 years. You know,
Mm.
We don't know. The brain works in mysterious ways.
which
I'll
is
say
exactly
that.
why I think it's gonna be harder to find
Maybe the
a
brain
way
can
to
keep
bypass
living.
like dementia.
Maybe the brain can keep living
Ooh,
without
what
the
if-
need for
What if?
physical touch.
What
and
if
stuff.
you bypass your whole body's like physical like
Organic.
boundaries
Yeah.
to the point where like
You assimilate with a
dementia
machine.
is
That's
like
literally-
no like dementia is like one of those things like in the shows where like you have to overcome something really bad, like come near death to achieve a higher state of mind. So like if you beat dementia, you become something else crazier.
So like,
that would be cool.
oh wow, so it's like, it's like a final boss, dementia.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you could beat dementia, you're
What,
basically
what would
you're
be
the main
what
character.
would be the plus side? So what's like the antithesis of dementia? It would be like
You become like all knowing or some shit.
That's right. It's like you become like
yeah, instead of like forgetting shit, you just remember everything. So, like
your
every
brain,
conversation
like,
you ever
like
had,
you know those
photographic memory
like
or
you
some
know those
shit.
movies where it's like you only use 10% of your brain power.
Mhm.
It's like after you beat dementia, you could use like 100%.
That'd be dope, yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
And you're thinking that medicine's not moving that way in science.
That's such like I feel like we're so far out from that, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
120
nowhere-
years is a long time. I'm only 20.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
I'm saying that like the first human's gonna live to 140.
No,
I think it's a- I think
I
it's a
think
possible
medicine is
step.
possible, but I don't think right now
We'll be
you're gonna live
benefiting?
comfortably.
Okay,
No,
we'll
I
be
feel like we're
benefiting
gonna
from
be
it.
like Joe Biden did, and we're gonna see a lot of this.
Yeah.
So maybe it's gonna help us out when we're
Hey,
that
Joe
age.
Biden ran for president and he made it. That gives me hope. If he can run for president, I
yeah.
can stay alive long enough to see 150 at the age of 80 when medicine finally catches up. Be like, yo, inject me with that shit.
I think it's your body. You'll feel good. Like you'll feel like you're 60, right? At 120.
yeah,
but your
well, I mean,
brain won't.
that's what
Your brain
that's
won't,
what the
though.
fountain of youth literally is like you age at a
Yeah,
decelerated
but what's
rate.
the point of it if your brain can't keep up? Is what I'm
Well,
trying to say.
you can physically look 80, but you're mentally 200. Who doesn't want that? Like, what the fuck?
The dementia though.
But then, like you said, maybe you
Right,
overcome
like-
it,
No,
and
yeah,
then
but
once you
I'm
overcome
saying-
it, you
I'm saying
become
that's
more.
That's not like till later. Because I feel like the medicine for your body.
Okay, that's where we
it's
disagree.
like up here. Your medicine for your body
So
and your
I'm
organ.
80 at that point.
No, like you're 120.
How much longer?
You're 120, right? but you feel
at that point.
Yeah, you're 120,
Okay.
but you feel like
And
you're
then the
like
medicine
you're
catches up
60.
and it starts slowing down. Okay.
No. The medicine catches up right here. Like your body, like it could keep you feeling healthy, right?
Yes, 60.
But the medicine, this is totally different medicine, right?
Yeah.
This is the medicine
But
for
I'm
the
120.
body.
I'm 120. I feel
120,
60.
120. This is a medicine for the body, right? The
Yeah.
research and everything that's gone into it.
Yeah.
And down here is a medicine for the brain to keep you feeling 80 when you're 120.
Okay.
So you
I'm just saying. I like to think optimistic and think that like we don't know much about the brain, and therefore our only limitations at the moment seem to be our heart
Technology.
stops working. No, our heart stops beating, our lungs give out, our kidneys fail. It's like or other organs other than the brain. Like when people are like 120, they have like dementia and stuff and like that. I'm not saying that like that doesn't occur, but there are also the people that like end up beating that and never end up getting a mental illness.
Yeah, no. I agree with that.
I don't
The-
think
the
I've had
oth- the
many
other-
concussions growing
the
up. I've
other
never broken a
organs-
bone, so I think my brain's
the other
functionally-
organs fail, right?
Yeah, I'll
But
just read it every day.
medicine
I don't
brings
like
it up to
reading.
the
I'll play
point.
Tetris every day.
Medicine brings it up to the point where they won't. It doesn't matter if they fell first.
Oh, you're just saying eventually the brain just gives out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying
So
the brain
what is the
medicine. The
lifespan?
medicine for the
Bro, I
brain
feel like we
sucks.
could Google that. What is the
brain
lifespan?
expires.
Yeah, what is the lifespan of a brain? Like if you're trying to
No,
because they always say that they're gonna keep Walt Disney alive by freezing his brain. So like how long
Right,
can you
I
keep
mean,
that shit frozen?
My thing is like, I know it's like a cartoon show, but that whole Futurama stuff where like they just the whole little juice in the brain. It's like,
Yeah.
would you ever see that in our future?
No, I personally don't think so because if your
Science fiction.
brain has activity while you
Not
sleep,
thinking big enough, man. You think
No.
you think
No,
people
no.
in the '80s thought about the internet? They didn't think about that shit.
no, like,
they weren't thinking that like one day I'm gonna have a fucking phone where I can
if
look
your
up porn
brain
on.
can remain
They were
active,
just like, where the fuck are the magazines, bro? That's all I ever known.
if your brain
where's the
can remain
DVDs?
active while you sleep, and there've been some cases where like it remains active even like moments like
Yeah,
minutes
but
after
shortly
death.
when you get decapitated,
Yeah.
your brain stays awake
Yeah,
for like
minutes
13
after death,
seconds,
right?
and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like it stays active minutes after your death.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay active while you're frozen. So basically, your body won't rot, but your brain will.
Oh, so this is like like a Time Lord kind of situation where it's like you literally don't age, nothing happens, but since it's frozen, it's like you still know everything, you still see everything go on technically.
I mean, you might not feel anything and you might become numb, but the point is that the brain activity is still happening. So how are you gonna freeze the body to be preserved for like 100 years?
Look, it's a gradual decline. I
without
don't know
without
what
the
metric this
brain,
is.
like-
Yo, any brain scientists out there, help me translate this. What is percentage of maximum value? I have a chart here that shows brain over years. So brain power. And obviously when you're born with a certain amount. You then, in your late adulthood, young adulthood, late childhood, that's when your brain kind of like peaks, which checks out. You stop learning at like the age of 26 or something, or you don't stop learning, but like it becomes very hard for you to pick up new languages, stuff like that at the age of 26. And also that's like when your brain is fully matured. And then it slowly, gradually declines. And this chart goes all the way to up to 100. And it looks like to me, you still have 80% of your brain power at 100. And if we follow that like gradual decline, by the time I'm 200, we'll be like at 40% of brain power.
That's
and
true.
then
That's
after
true.
That's enough to
No, that's
operate
true.
motor
But like,
functions.
but like, that means it's more.
So my point's
it's
right.
more susceptible to
To illnesses
Alzheimer's,
and
dementia.
Alzheimer's, yeah,
you
you're
know,
right.
and it's so common. Like Alzheimer's is a lot more common than I thought it was.
Alzheimer's?
Yeah, it's a lot more
that's
common
just
than I
when
thought
you
it-
forget like little shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Short-term memory
But
loss.
my point is that eventually the medicine will get to the point where the body, you don't have to worry about the organs. You have to start
But it's
worrying
just the
about the brain.
Okay.
And then the research for the brain, because it's so unknown, is going to be lagging far behind the research for
That
like
is
the
true.
heart. So that's what I said. I was like, the brain, you have to figure out that hurdle before
The only positive out of
before
this,
living long becomes a benefit more than a detriment.
that is true. The only benefit out of this is that now we know for sure no billionaires that are alive in our time right now are gonna live to be healthy with their brain. Because they have all the money and they have all the like the medical advances and stuff. They get like
Sure,
first,
they're all like 60,
first picks to that. And so now for sure, these billionaires won't be around
Yeah,
to
these
see the
Yeah.
fucking.
They're like-
that's the only upside I can think of.
Elon's
Which I
like
might be an
50.
ageist for that one.
yeah, Elon's
That's-
50. Elon might have barely missed the cutoff.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I mean, that dude's barrel chested, bro. Have you seen the shirtless pics of him? That dude looks like a fucking.
He looks. Ugly,
might have
dude. I'm
genetic
sorry.
condition
I don't
or
know if it's
something.
his wife, but goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. He's barrel chested. I think that's literally like a medical condition, which is like crazy.
Why did we start talking about this?
Brain activity. Living till
We were talking about the upscale event that went on today.
Found a youth.
Found a youth. Oh
Found a
my
Youth,
god!
there you
No
go.
Fucking
way,
Found a
dude.
Youth.
No way!
Mhm.
Wow.
What a way to wrap up our upscale search.
That's
what we did
Supermrkt.
today on 10/23/2022 Sunday, which was really fun.
I was told that all 7 of the shirts sold were my design. I wasn't there because I
All
had
the
to
black
work.
ones, yes.
I had to
No
work.
gray ones are sold, and Ken was very heartbroken as a result of that. Which, I mean, once we get the website running, y'all better buy the Found a Youth. if you're trying to stay young forever.
Yeah, we put it on a white sweatshirt. It actually looked really nice. Looked a lot better than the gray shirt.
Angie's quarrel with it, shout out Angie, was that she just didn't like where the fountain. She was just like, where the fuck did the fountain come from? Like, that's so random. And so she likes a shade of color gray. She liked the collegiate lettering. It was just like the fountain doesn't fit into this.
That makes sense.
Which, I mean, she just doesn't get the gist of the fountain of youth. And so, no, I'm kidding.
No,
The
no one
fountain was
explained it.
definitely at her
All right,
place.
no one explained
Yeah.
it.
More
I mean, after she watches this
Yeah.
episode, she will then know and be like, oh, yeah.
That we made it up on the fly.
That too, yeah. I mean, to each their own, you know. I don't dictate people how to think. I just I present them all the facts.
Well, I mean, when I made
Have
mine,
them
I had a
make the choice.
specific image that I was referencing.
No, yours came out really well.
and then
I liked it a lot.
I'll put the image like right here somewhere, so they can see which image I was.
This is
I was
Christian, the
inspired by-
editor, talking right
Yeah, I was the image I was inspired by right here, and if you look at the image, it's a lot different than what the final product was because I did like all these little like cool little placements of like paragraphs of like explaining how proteins works and then like nice little boxes that fit the image, the reference image, so it looks similar. And then I put the muscle guy and I'm like, fuck, like it looks nice, but it doesn't look like a shirt. It looks like a magazine cover. So then at that point I just scrapped everything and I put the muscle man in the middle and just to upscale the weight and
And you
then
built
the
around
text
it.
at the bottom. Yeah. So
That's fresh.
Yeah.
my main point from this is that I feel like I have a good eye when it comes to what people like or what people
Agreed,
find
yeah.
appealing just in general.
You're able to.
An eye for
Yeah.
clothing.
No, yeah, that too, but
Or
like
just say men general.
yeah, just what's nice to the eye aesthetically. I feel like I have a decent eye, especially since I have no research, no schooling in it. Like
That
no-
is true. Yeah,
no-
This
no
is just all
previous-
based off
Right.
whatever comes out of your head, off impulse, I guess.
yeah, I'm not even in college, so
You were in college. I mean, you went for 2 semesters.
I went for
semester?
1.5 semesters, and then I had to do a group project, and it was downhill from there.
Yeah. Even though that English class seemed a lot easier than mine, but yeah.
It was honestly.
It wasn't my
an easy
fault.
class.
I texted my classmates about what we're gonna do, and they didn't respond till the day before, and I was like, I'm over it. And then I got stuck on that week because you can't progress to the next week unless you finish last week's work.
That is tough.
I wonder
But-
I wonder what happened to your classmates because if they didn't turn it in as well,
They probably advanced. They probably blamed it on me. I'm fine. I was fine being a scapegoat because they had the COVID exemption, where
Oh,
you
nice.
apply your class
Okay.
to so you don't get penalized for on your transcript.
you just
it
gotta
erases it
go.
completely off your transcript, and I was like, fucking bet.
yeah, it just states there's no credit on your transcripts.
Yeah, I blamed it
That's
on
really
COVID.
good. Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take the blame. You know, I'll be a scapegoat for anybody. I can handle it. Yeah.
But now we are still in college, me and Enrique.
Yep. Third year, first semester at the UC. And am I struggling? That's a maybe. And am I gonna fail
He
my
is
first
definitely
class?
struggling.
Maybe.
I don't want to admit it either. It is hard. It has been a tough year.
Oh well, why are you guys struggling? Like specifically, like why this year? Like is it just burnout? or-
Hardware limitations, more or less. It was just like I had a MacBook and I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
download SolidWorks, and also no. But at the same time, I use that excuse, and at the same time, like
There's an easy
that
solution?
no that class gave me a lab time, which I can come show up optional from 1:30 to 4:30, where I could go and do the homework, and I was just too lazy to go do
Oh,
it.
100%. I feel like you.
So I'm to blame, more or less. It's definitely my procrastination habits.
Same here.
But I'm thinking about turning in the homework because I said I was waiting until he graded the midterm and see how I did on it. And for test 1, having never opened the software SolidWorks and familiarizing myself within like the previous 20 minutes from the test actually starting. So the test started at like a 1:30 and class ended at 12. And so within that like hour and a half, I pretty much was like, I have to learn as much as possible from YouTube videos. And I just like Googled a bunch of YouTube videos on SolidWorks. And then I went into the test and I was like, oh, I'm familiar with this. And then like I started playing around with it and I scored a 94 out of 100.
You're crazy.
So I'm
man.
saying that class is very easy to pass. I'm just too fucking lazy apparently. And I just have to turn in the homeworks and then hopefully I get an A.
At the end of the day, I think that's for most classes though. There are classes where it's very difficult and it takes a lot of time,
That is
a
true,
lot of your
yes.
own time to learn the material for sure. But a lot of the time it ends up just being, oh man, I don't want to do the work. Oh, I don't want to do the homework. And that's my thing right
Exactly.
now. It's I think for sure most of my classes are homework heavy based courses. My computer programming class, my calculus course, my statistics, they're a lot
Yeah, those are homework heavy. Yeah.
homework heavy.
I can remember
homework
those,
heavy.
yeah.
And for me, it's just like once I start kind of falling off of that track, and that could be because of multitude of things. This semester has kind of been a freaking ride for me, man. I've been through a lot of different
Shout out the
changes.
stats teacher, making that class as interesting as possible. This is all sarcasm.
So let me state my business at the college. I'm a mathematics major, focusing into computer science, but I do want to become a professor at the end of the day. So mathematics is my big thing.
Substitute teacher.
Substitute teacher, hopefully, right when I get my bachelor's, man. But professor, college professor, university, that's my thing. So I'm taking these courses, getting my major courses out the way. I'm done with everything else. I'm taking a statistics course, and this teacher, no hate, his English isn't great. I think he's French, if I'm not mistaken. He has a very, very, very heavy accent, and he repeats himself constantly. I don't think we really have much time to learn in that class because half of the class is like him repeating a lot of what he just went over. A lot of the kids don't understand the material, and partially it's because maybe it's on the kid themselves, partially because it's on the professor as well. There's no real online work. It's all on the book. It's all, you better read the book, you better show up to class, you better already know what the hell to do. I'm just gonna throw these problems on the board. We're gonna do these problems. If you don't understand them, I'll try to help you, but it's on you. And 100%, it's on us. We're in college. What the hell? We're old people at this point. We're adults. But when we're transitioning to online courses like how we've been for the past 2 years, literally COVID has just been us transitioning into damn online courses. You think the professors in the field would have to be able to at least adjust their homework, their grading. I can't even check my grade on Canvas. I have to talk to my professor to know what my grade is.
That's pretty dated. That dude's a dinosaur.
So it's very, very annoying to have this course 2 days out of the week, and I have to show up for about 3 hours, right? And I'm telling you, half of it is just him repeating himself. So it's fucking annoying. And I have to sit through the whole thing because if you were to leave, he gets very pissy. He is a very big crybaby about anybody leaving. And so it's like we're all adults, but we're being treated like a fucking second grader by this teacher. So it makes learning very difficult. And the course is easy. I have been doing amazing on the test. The class hasn't. Class average in this past test, 55%. And that's between
Jesus.
all of his statistic classes. Our course, his 5 p.m. course, which he has that exact same day, all of them are averaging 55%. And I didn't even do hot on that test either. I got a C. But with the average of the class being a damn F, I'm like, right. And he's out here saying that I'm proud of you, even though I'm showing up late and stuff. So it makes me feel weird that, he's like saying good things about me, but it's like he's doing a bad job. So it reflects really on his work as a professor that he can't.
He was projecting.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, he was
saying I'm proud of you,
he
but
wasn't
he
even
was looking-
projecting.
he was
just
looking in the
taking
mirror.
credit. He was taking credit when there was no credit to be given.
He was looking at Chody saying, I'm proud of you, but in his eyes, he was looking at a mirror. He's like, I'm proud of you. You did your best.
Yeah, you did your best. Hey, somebody passed.
Yeah, somebody passed.
Right?
You did your best.
And it's like, okay, I feel like this is really bad for a fucking stats course. This is a course that everybody has to fucking take. If you're coming in doing your IGETSI, you want to transfer to a 2-year or to an actual 4-year university, you're going to have to end up taking some type of math course. This is going to be a teacher most students are going to run into. Let me pull up his dang name. I am name calling, dude. Okay? Students, if you're in
Name
high
dropping.
school, college kids, if you haven't taken your math courses yet, let me get my professor. I have to go to my freaking... Oh, dude, I can't even just open up Canvas because guess what? His name's not on my Canvas page. So I have to go to my...
This reminds me a lot of my philosophy teacher. Shout out
Socrates.
Lorraine Barnes. Yeah, we don't really talk about Socrates. She was more obsessed with Bernard
Tzu.
Mayo and 18th century philosophers, which were all
Romanticist? Is that the era?
Huh?
No, I'm trying to think of the era. that was-
Romanticism. Yeah,
Romanticism, right?
Yeah, that's the era that
Yeah.
that she was focused on. Francisco Goya, his artwork, all like that.
Yeah, Romanticism.
Yeah, Lorraine Barnes. She was a cool teacher, but like none of the shit was online. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a teacher. I have tenure. This is how I want to teach the course. Nothing's gonna be online. Just come to class."
Behruz Malekzadeh. Yeah, Behruz Malekzadeh.
I cannot pronounce his name, and I'm sorry.
Skip his class.
Skip
and
his
Lorraine
class.
Barnes if you don't like. Yeah, 'cause
Math.
I think every
10,
teacher should
okay?
definitely
This
adopt
is
the Canvas.
this is elementary statistics, right? Like I said, most kids have to take this course. I'm currently taking it because I've done everything. This is just a part of my major that I just have to take. So it's like for everyone that has to take this class, dude, just do it online. Just do it online. Okay, it's easy.
Every
Everything
class
is
is
a
easier online.
breeze. Okay.
That's not what you were saying 2 years ago.
Well, because
I would just say Chegg works wonder. Okay, every class is easier online, but classes are more enjoyable in person. I'll say that.
It's easy. It's easier to stay motivated for school
Exactly.
when you're
See,
in person.
I'm
That
gonna
makes
be
sense.
honest, man.
Otherwise, you just go to Chegg
It makes
and
sense.
check the homework, and then when it comes time to the test,
nerds.
and you can't use Chegg, you
Chegg
just remember shit
nerds.
from the homework.
Check
I'm
nerds.
100% a Chegg nerd.
Chegg
I'm
nerds.
paying that $15 a month, bro.
Are you saying Chegg nerds or Chegg nurse?
I could go both ways. Mostly nurse. Mostly nurse.
Dude, shout out all the Chegg nurses.
Imagine
Gonna
you go
give
to the
my-
hospital and they give you like the wrong injection in your IV, bro.
No.
First of all, you better hope you don't die. Second of all, if you don't die, you'll get a bag.
Eventually, when I get more money and I'm able to get on testosterone, shout out all the Chegg nurses that are gonna be injecting me with all that shit.
Why you want to get on testosterone?
I do want to
why
check
not?
nurses.
Cause that's all that's gonna be available.
No.
I feel like Chegg is not going anywhere, and everybody that's passing all their what is it called
They're going
pre-med
somewhere.
stuff. No, because like once you get into med school, I heard that it's like you actually start learning.
Mm.
But the people that want to pass all their pre-med stuff, they're definitely using Chegg, and that's why they're called Chegg nurses. But yeah, but once they get into medical school, I'm sure they'll come out all right, and being able to administer needles and everything that comes to do with the front lines of being a nurse.
Yeah, I wanna go
Which
to the
shout out
hospital.
nurses, dude. You guys work
Yeah.
3 days consecutive, 12-hour shit. Oh, not 12-hour shifts. It's like you sleep or you sleep at home and then you go work for most of the day, 3 days in a row, and then you get 4 days off. So shout out y'all, like the fact that you're able to put yourself through that amount of physical
Firefighters.
stress and still perform your job adequately and deal with everyday
Those are
people.
our real heroes, dude.
Firefighters,
Ambulance, firefighters,
EMTs,
EMTs, man,
Mhm.
and nurses.
doctors. Y'all the real heroes.
Nurses catch the most slack.
Yeah.
God, them receptionists probably catch the most slack.
More
The emergency room?
more emotional stress and mental stress than
Oh.
physical stress.
Oh, dude, when you have to deliver the news that like, oh yeah, you're dying
that's the
within
doctor.
the next 30 days.
No, that's a doctor.
Yeah, that's the
that shit is
doctor.
hard. Is it the doctor?
Unless the doctor's like, "Hey, bro, go tell him. I don't want to tell him."
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
If I'm a
how
nurse, I'm
often does-
declining that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how often does it like come down to the nurse?
I feel like
At least for like a death in while labor, like during child labor. Like I don't feel like the doctor.
no,
goes
doctor
after-
definitely has to take
Doctor-
He
responsibility
goes
for
after
that.
personally.
Well, I mean,
thought it would
who's
be like
responsible for it?
well, the nurse is
'Cause
helping
you
deliver
can't,
the
you
baby.
can't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
No, okay.
the doctor takes
Who is
lead.
we're asking two different questions. I'm asking who delivers the bad news, and you're asking who's responsible. Definitely the doctor's responsible.
That's why
because
that's
he
why it
gotta
would be the
oversee
doctor's
everything.
responsibility to deliver the news.
If you're responsible, you
But
know
does
more.
I feel like does he go and deliver?
Bro, I
the
watched
news?
Grey's Anatomy.
That's
We-
a show that dramatizes.
Okay, you tell me right now. Let's say your
Nursing.
wife just dies in labor. Who's gonna tell you? The fucking nurse?
Would you,
That's
would you be
different.
more
That's
pissed?
different.
Would you be
How-
more
but
pissed
I'll
if
talk
a
about
nurse told you?
child labor, bro.
Yeah, imagine your wife dies during child labor. Would you be more pissed if the nurse came to tell you or the doctor? I'd be more pissed if the nurse came to
Right,
tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's
So
a doctor's
how
job.
often does that happen?
I'm pretty
that the
sure-
nurse
I
comes
think
and tells
very-
you?
very
little.
little.
Very little.
But it happens.
yeah.
Maybe I
That
think
fucking
everything
sucks.
happens at
And
that
the fact
point,
that it
right?
happens, that's what I was trying to point
Oh.
out. Like,
Okay,
that
you're right.
sucks.
You're right.
So imagine a Chegg nurse now having to go deliver the fucking bad news. And we're back. We just took a short break.
We explained the last video. Yeah, why we have to take short breaks.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did explain in the last video.
Refresher: camera can only record 30 minutes. We hit 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a physical limitation due to hardware.
Yep.
Much like while I'm failing that class. No, I'm kidding. I'm just a lazy piece
I
of
gotta
shit.
gift you guys a camera, man, for Christmas.
That's $800. That one's $800.
Well, he has the Best
My
Buy
boy, you
discount.
know where I work?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's
Yeah,
still dropping a bag.
It's a gift at the end of the day. I mean, hopefully, I get that credit.
I mean, I feel like we could all.
I feel we can handle this for now.
Yeah.
Wait till we get more money. Yeah, cause we gotta save our money for our
What camera brand?
party.
You guys like Nikon?
Canon.
Canon. Okay.
I like Canon personally. I just got Lumix because it was a good starter one.
That's true.
That's a good thing to talk about. The party of family wise.
Yeah.
As we were talking about before the podcast even started.
Yeah. So the idea was I wanted to cause I went to a party yesterday, and I got hit with the wave of nostalgia. Like I walked in, there was kids on the floor playing with each other. The house was so Mexican, and I just got hit with the wave of nostalgia, like the parties that I used to go to as a kid. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to throw like a quince style party, like rent a hall, cater food, dance floor, everything, DJ, but just for us and our families. Like every single one of us invites our own family and whoever else they want, our friends. And I think it'll just be a really nice time. But
Definitely sounds like a nice
it's just
time.
money and time. We have to figure out which day to
Money,
do it.
time,
Probably a
planning.
weekend for the older people to come.
Right, and it's like you would have to let every person know just so you get everybody here.
Now we all don't work at Walmart though, so 3 of us still do, but none of us work in the same department, so we're good on that.
Yeah.
We get request days off.
I'm
advanced.
good, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
Best Buy's been treating me great. I can ask for any day off
Yeah.
practically and get
But I think that'd be really fun. Because I also just wanted to say thank you to all the family members for putting up with our paths that we chose, despite some of them not being the most traditional. But they still support us all the way. So I want to say thank you to all of them, even the ones that aren't my parents.
That is true, yeah.
Just for
End
supporting
of the
it
day,
in
they
general.
make this shit
Oh,
possible.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to
But yeah, that sounds fun. Like
support.
Just-
100%, dude. Like, I mean, it's hard to imagine it, but I could see my aunties being friends with your sisters. They literally your sisters remind me of my aunt. I'm not too sure if you really remember JD when we were here.
yeah, the girl that
was
kept
up there
coming
with
up
us,
there.
right?
Yeah,
In that sense, like she reminds me a little bit of your sisters. Like they would get along. You know,
Yeah.
they seem. I'm not saying every Mexican family is the same, but a lot of people
Very similar.
very similar, very very similar.
Well, it's definitely good. It goes to show that you're a product of your environment, you know. So
Yeah, and it's like
culture.
only so much, yeah. No.
Yeah. But the point is that it'd be nice because I think we've all been friends for like almost 10 years, coming up on 10 years, I think, if I remember right. And none of our families really interacted with each other, which is weird.
That is true.
But
yeah,
in
they
a
almost
not in a
something
bad way.
passing.
It's just weird that like your kids have had these people in their lives for more than half of their lives,
and you don't know the other.
and you don't know who they've been around with for like these past 10 years. And I'm like, damn. Like
Yeah.
if my kid has been friends with someone for more than a year, I feel like I would at least get to know their parents
That
a
is
little
true, yeah.
more.
Owe it to them to go to,
Yeah,
to
like-
their parents' house. Yeah.
Like you raised a decent
Figure
kid
them out.
to my kid, so I gotta thank you.
Yeah.
But I feel like it'd be good, especially since some of our families aren't the same background. So like,
Mhm.
if I feel like it'd be good for everyone to get a different experience.
I wonder what
Yeah.
like experience that would be, man. I feel like it would just be like a great time at the end of the day, just to show love and
appreciation.
appreciation to everybody in that sense. Like, I mean, do the same. Tell your mama you love her.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with spoiling the people you love, even if it sets
Exactly,
your
yeah.
pockets back a bit. Yeah.
No, definitely. It seems like a nice plan. I
Pretty
like
much
it.
the plan.
Yeah. Rent out a hall, get some good food going.
I just love
Oh.
seeing people that I know. I'm
That's
very
true.
much a
That is true,
person
yeah.
that just
Family person.
I'm a family person. I feel like I really am, and sometimes not always. Sometimes I feel very introverted, right? But that's just me as a person. I'm very like I have my moments, but for
Mm.
sure, it's like when I'm feeling myself and I love like and I'm ready to show my affection, I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
No, I get that. I've been growing out of my shell recently, so I don't have those moments as much as I do now. But I know what you mean. Just some days you don't really want to talk to anybody.
And it's tough though because it's
And you
like
come off as a dick.
right. I mean, as with my friends and with my family, they've gotten to a point where they understand it, and it's not maybe the best thing to do and just shut people off certain days,
Yeah. It's just mainly with people you're not as close with.
right? And then that's where it affects them, and you're just like, oh dang man, sorry, and then so
Nah, you don't know me like that, but I got issues. If you did, you would understand.
That is true, yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off like that. Or to ignore you like that, you know? Just
Yeah.
shit happens.
That is always really awkward, yeah. Coming home and just like all your family's like all cheerful and stuff, and you're just like, oh yeah, dude, it's one of those
one of
gloomy
those
days.
days.
You know, I'm just gonna go to my room, do my thing, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
right, you don't talk to no. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
that's how I am personally. Like when I'm very much in my own head or gloomy, it's like I don't talk to many people. I mean, we just
Exactly, yeah.
say hi to my mom, and I always show face to my mom. I'm never gonna just not be happy and never not say hi to her.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I always
good.
say to my family.
I definitely greet them, yeah. I get home and I greet them, and then I tell them, oh, what'd you guys have for lunch? I try to do small talk, and then I'm like, all right, off to my
Always,
room.
man. My mom doesn't always do a lot some days, so for her, it's like her knowing what I do is like one of her best part of the days.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Kiss and hug your mom. Tell her you love her.
Yep, definitely.
Goes a long way. You might not think it goes a long way, but it does. It really brightens up their whole week, honestly. They might be having a bad week and you do that to them and it helps them a lot.
Showing love is better than showing a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I agree, yeah. Moms definitely do endure a lot, and so they should definitely be appreciated.
Appreciate everyone.
Shout out all the moms out
Everyone who cares for you. Uncles, sisters, brothers.
Yeah, some
Shout
people
out
don't
to-
say some
shout out
people
to
are
all our
fortunate to have a
guardians.
mom. So.
Yeah.
Whoever your caretaker is, your caregiver. Shout out them.
You know what? Tell your younger sister, your younger brother, they love you. Because I know damn well there's been a point where you were sad and they tried to cheer you up, and they tried to cheer you up.
You shut them down.
They might have gone about it the wrong way, but they're young and they're learning. They tried their best, and they try to show you love in a way that they understand.
Yep.
So tell them thank you.
Agreed. Yeah, I have 2 younger siblings, Amadi and Jessica. And one of them is 10. No, he's 9, and then the other one is recently turned 5, and so her birthday was October 7th. And so they're definitely like in that stage where they're not really annoying. It's just they like to be troublemakers. I'll say that. And then my brother's like not barely discovering the internet, but like he's getting accustomed to the internet and stuff. But like he wants to have
Kids are very
games
rebellious, man.
for accounts and stuff, and so he's always asking me for help. Like, oh, what's an email? What's this? Like, where's the code being sent? So
Don't get scammed.
I had to
Don't get
explain it to
scammed.
him.
All right, man. We're older now. We got to teach our kids not to be scammed.
You got to teach them internet safety.
That is true.
Your parents didn't teach you it. You better start teaching everybody else.
Thankfully, I don't think any of us really learned the hard way. So make sure you're
Maybe Richard.
Maybe Richard learned the hard way.
Fucking Steam account. Oh,
Maybe Richard. That's funny.
How the fuck? For those of you who don't know, long story short, there's this popular game launcher called Steam where you could buy and sell games on, or not sell games, but you could buy games and trade inventories.
Markets.
Yeah, there's a community market. And at the time, we were playing a famous game called CSGO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Very fun game, very tactical game. There's a nice lottery aspect.
Basically, like search and destroy.
Exactly, yeah. Search and destroy. There's flashbangs, different angles, ways to peek.
Cosmetics.
Very nerdy game, yeah. There's a lot of levels to it. That being said, there's like a cosmetics to it. There's like a pay to style, I guess, part of the game.
Pay to feel nice.
Yep. And so then some skins, they cost like real money, and you could actually like make money by buying them, holding on to them, waiting for them to get more valuable, and then selling them, a lot like stocks. And one of our friends was like, oh, I'm going to pour a bunch of money into this game because the skins look nice. And then decided to, at the time we were checking our headshot counter. So we were like, oh yeah.
Wanted to flex.
Who has the highest headshot percentage? So headshots is anytime you shoot a person in the head. And usually with the AK, it's 1 shot, 1 kill. So really easy to like rack up a high headshot score if you don't shoot that many bullets.
Real flashy.
And you land every bullet on the head. Yeah. And so at the time, there's this famous website that me and Ken, or not that website, there was this Chrome extension that me and Ken used, and it was like really simple. Boom, pasted in the chat. Richard then, I'm presuming what happened is that he went to go Google headshot percentage counter or something for CSGO, found the first one, logged into a Steam account thinking it was normal, and then 2 weeks later, hey Richard, get on. Oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna get on. Hey bro, I can't get on. I lost my account.
VAC ban.
And then yeah, like we notice it, it's VAC ban, and we're like, yo, why the fuck is your account VAC ban? And then he's like, bro, what? No, someone took it. And then we're like, wait, how much did you spend on the inventory? And then I forgot what the amount was, but
it was in the hundreds for sure.
Yeah, he spent a good amount of money. Not to mention all the games he bought. Like all that shit is gone now.
And
Which back then we were
that
under
was the end of the world. Yeah,
we were under 18, so like all this money that he just made,
like
it's like
$300 was a lot.
Yeah, man.
Now we spend more on Valorant, but that's here
that's
and there.
besides the point.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valorant's fun too.
All I'm saying, he also nonchalantly did not care. Truthfully, like he lost it. He took it
very well.
He just took it well.
He was just like, yeah, I just won't play games anymore. Like I'm moving on.
Threw
It's
himself
like
into
work. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
what the
man.
fuck?
It's like God gave me a sign to grow up. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he took it very. Yeah, he actually took it like very
For one
spiritually.
of the most negative people, he took that really well.
Yeah, he took it as like an awakening call.
Made it into a really positive.
It was like stop
moment.
wasting your time
I'm
on
just
video
saying
games.
though,
Go
it
get a
did not
job.
help him though, because he still.
And long term,
it got him into the bag, but I'm just saying, like he still spent a lot of money in Valor as well.
What did it cost?
Yeah. Well, I mean, now he doesn't really play games, if even. He just.
I don't even think he played many games.
He gets home anyway. He does research.
When we were do much.
And just MW sometimes.
And that's what I'm
But
saying.
he would. Yeah, dude, MW is fun. MW2
Thing is, he
comes
couldn't
out
even
soon.
do
Richard,
that.
we need you on
I feel like
MW2.
we were
We need
younger.
to
The
get
only
the
reason-
squad back
Come
together.
back.
On MW2. Yeah, the campaign's out right now, so you could play that, get a feel for the game, and then once MW2 comes out, we
I'm
can
just
play
waiting for the
SMD.
multiplayer.
Well, he said that he gave away his computer to build more motivation to build another computer.
Didn't get to it.
Then what?
Didn't get to
He
it.
didn't get to it.
That is
Didn't
true.
get
He
to
started
it.
reading the manuals.
You could always buy a laptop. I'll say that. Laptops are pretty easy. If he doesn't want to go through that. Well, I mean, he never really built his computer, did he? He just bought a
He bought
pre-built
pre-sale.
Yeah.
on Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, laptops are
Second hand.
expensive nowadays.
Black Friday's right around the corner.
That is true. I'm looking to buy some sound speakers.
Let's go. Yeah.
My retail workers, how you guys
I'll
doing?
probably buy a controller. I mean, it's like the only thing I'm really having my eyes
I
on.
wonder how inventory is looking like right now. Like, as in people who work in the back rooms.
For
You
what?
gotta be stressed right now for the season, man. For you guys,
I mean,
you guys are getting
Thanksgiving,
pumpkins,
Black Friday.
Thanksgiving stuff
And
for like a
then-
week.
you're getting trees, you're getting pumpkins. I know you're gonna be stressing, dude.
Well, Black Friday is a really big event.
Yeah, he's
and
talking to you,
Cyber
bro.
I'm
Monday.
talking to you about your pumpkins that you guys got out on the floor. Because I know
That's not ours. It's
Is that not yours?
that's grocery department 92. No, that's
Really?
Not ours.
I thought
They
that
always go in and put it in our department, and then
that's what I'm saying. Because I would assume.
it's not ours. No, we don't. Well, at least we don't deal with setting it up and stuff. So
That's true.
I mean, I get it.
I mean, that store is very poorly ran. I feel like nobody's ever really doing their department's work except for automotive and OGP.
I am-
Everybody else is just kind of like filling for everybody.
Even
else.
automotive is kinda slacking.
What do you mean they're slacking?
Like
Do they
automotive?
get pulled?
No, like
Well, they're also gonna get a bunch of tires, and dude, for Black Friday, they're gonna be doing the 4 set
Oh,
tires.
you're talking
Black
about-
Friday
yeah, yeah,
deals. So they better be ready as well.
even like every month I hear an auto story about somebody getting in trouble, and it's a big deal apparently.
Dude, Black
That
Friday
is
last
true.
year
Yeah,
was
they do.
tough,
They
man.
do for a very small department, and where your job consists of doing oil changes, tire changes, and maybe a battery.
Well, I feel
They
like
end
that's
up
also
they end up
where-
getting into a lot of
I feel like that's where
legal
you get
trouble a
into
lot of
shit.
the times.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like you get into a lot of shit there, just because people 100% bring in cars that are already messed up.
Fucked up, yeah.
100%
Yeah.
because you can get an oil change and then oh man, oh boy, what happened to my windshield? You guys cracked it. What the heck?
And they expect poor little Ken to fix their fucking
They
$2,000
That is true. A lot of
damage.
people do take advantage. of
$2,000
this.
little
Yeah,
$2,000
this
Right.
crazy
damage to their
market
car.
economy that we.
I mean, but at the
currently in.
same time, it's like it's on my boss, or not my bosses anymore, but it's on the bosses too.
Dude, what do you think would solve that problem? I feel like better protocol.
I
It's
feel
like
like
being able to
that's-
inform their associates how to go about handling the situation. Be
I
like,
feel like they just make
Now-
a policy where they can't take those cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they literally have to make a certain
also just
cutoff.
don't even service the vehicle. Just
Yeah.
deny it every
Well,
time.
because even like mechanics have some type of like liability.
I feel like there could be like some middle ground found with
no,
like
because
protocol.
I feel like we're not full body
just,
shops,
like-
man.
Well,
feel like there's too
that's what I'm saying.
many-
Is like you don't have to be a full body shop. Let me give this. You don't have to be a full body shop. More or less, just like adequate documentation. So like Walmart now takes a picture of it, like every face of your car, before and after
They
the
do
oil
that.
service
We're
change.
supposed to do that. I'll be honest with you.
Okay,
man.
yeah, I was gonna
As
say
in
they
if
do
there's-
that, and then whenever
Supposed
they
to.
present, and then whenever they
Supposed to.
present
So-
like the paperwork, they're like, "Oh, can you go ahead and confirm these images for us?" And then once they confirm the images, like, okay, there
So
you
there's
go.
no protocol on the images, but there's protocol on documentation. There's protocol on any damages on the car. Doesn't matter where it
okay.
is. If there's a fucking scratch,
I
there's
feel
a
like
bump.
images.
doesn't-
Walmart, what are you doing?
And
bro?
there's images,
It's a
and there's
digital
literally
age.
you take photos onto the tablet they have for you, the
Okay,
iPad.
yeah.
So you literally find whatever it is. It could literally just be a fucking scratch on the dang bumper. There's a fucking selection, like it gives you the layout of the car.
But
and it's
not
like,
everybody falls through with it.
No,
where's the
because
issue
like
lie?
the issue lies that it's not enforced. The issue lies that it's
so
super
not everybody
lax.
takes.
Yeah.
okay, not-
Right,
not
and it's
everybody
like
takes
once
pictures.
one person is trained to do a jack shit job, and then they start just training other people to do a jack shit job, the environment becomes, man,
That
I'm gonna
falls-
do the bare minimum.
That falls on the issue of management.
Yeah.
because they're
100%.
supposed to enforce the protocol.
See, I thought it was gonna be more like a guy brings his car in for an oil change, and you're like, buddy, an oil change is the least of your worries. Your transmission's about to give out.
Well, and that,
Like,
that-
I
How
thought-
did the car
I-
even
yeah.
get
But
here?
no,
I thought it was
but
like
look,
questioning how the
literally,
car
but-
got here.
I was worried less about like the physical
but
state of the
but
car.
physical state of the car matters, and it like and,
Yeah.
and as well as like the engine and stuff. People come in with like, let's say, oil plugs that are freaking stripped.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got like messed up oil plugs, and sometimes if any paperwork happens, like if we see any paperwork under their name, right? Boom. Oh man, hey, go ahead and do it. They've been here before, right? Because that's when they can bring up the, well, we've been here before. Why can't you do it now? It's like, what did you do to my car, kind of thing. Versus if it's a first time show up, then it's like you have more leeway because it's like, where the fuck have you been, bro? We got no paperwork. You've never been to any Walmart at all with your car, right? And so like, let me see if I can give an example.
No, you're explaining it very well. It
No,
just seems to,
it
it seems
makes
to fall on
sense.
the edge. We agree. It's like the end of the day, it's
It's just
management's fault.
management at the end of the day.
for
But
not
I'm also trying to like
enforcing the
remember
right
situations where it's like
Nah, definitely
there's also gonna be
associate with
there's always
slacking.
gonna be
Yeah.
issues where
Yeah.
there's gonna be man-made issue or man errors and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
leaving the oil cap off,
Leaving
letting
the oil
car
cap
drive,
off,
Dumping the oil
coming
I'm gonna be
back.
honest, man.
Not
the
right.
oil-
No name dropping for this one, right? But look, I'm sorry, man. This is one dumb story.
Hey, where did you fill this engine with oil?
This
I
is-
filled it with
this is
oil.
this is
Let the car drive home, come back because the customer's like, "Yo, what the fuck? My car's running hot." Bro, that is wild.
That is a wild one.
That's, I
That
think
is
that's the most craziest
wild.
one. The fact that like they thought they filled the fucking oil. They didn't check they didn't think to like check the dipstick or leave the car running or when I'm pulling it out of the driveway, is there weird noises going on? No, they were just like, oh yeah, we filled it with oil. And then the customer was like, yo, y'all didn't fill it with fucking oil. It's just drained.
How about filling it twice?
That might top it. I'm not gonna wait. What?
Like overfilling it.
As in, let's see this, man.
Pour
Let's
in
see.
4.8
Let's say we didn't
quarts.
even fucking drain it, right? And then it's like, hey, can I add? Starts adding, and it's like, what the fuck? Why is this shit like fucking over flooded, right? Boom. Now they gotta fucking dump old oil plus the new oil. They just fucking dump 6 quarts, 5 quarts, whatever it was.
Oh,
Damn.
Right?
shit.
And it's like I still get messages to this day of constant mess ups, and it's kind of funny to see it, right? And it's like
Because now you don't got to deal
now I
with
have to
it.
deal with it, right?
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's just like
Now
it's
it's
not my
good.
issue anymore, man. It's now I could be on the outside looking in, just laughing at it and be like, haha, it's your issue, not mine.
See, that's how I feel at OGP now. Because like their biggest issues come from picking and the store not being stocked. And now I'm just like,
You're never picking.
that's definitely not me. Like my
That's
my
fucking amazing.
what I work basically
There's
my,
a model
my,
for the way the
my-
right way.
Yeah,
The way
yeah,
way, the same way?
yeah, because he's only dispensing too. So my mini department inside the department runs fucking smoothly. Like we're like one of the best in the whole area.
Yeah, it's like dude, I'm
Like,
on top.
we
of my dispensary.
rarely have hitches. We rarely have fucking issues with dispensing, and I'm just like, damn, y'all. Even though we're supposed to be a team, y'all slacking. Like,
Mhm.
because it wasn't me. No, it definitely wasn't
That's
me.
good. Yeah,
I wonder how
I can
other
see
stores-
that. That is definitely satisfying. Yeah.
I 100% wonder how other stores deal with a lot
Oh,
of
bro, go to
issues.
OGP. They got it on the screen, bro. They pair you up.
Oh yeah,
they,
we got it on the
they
screen.
pitch you off against other stores, dude. Atwater, they have like all reds from what I
Horrible.
remember on their fucking spreadsheets.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see all their stats and everything. But
That's
then
just
they're
crazy.
bigger stores, so I mean, then again, they only get like 500 more orders than us.
And you just can't seem to.
They get
follow it.
1,700. We got 1,200, and then like Turlock got like 500.
That's actually very little. That's
It's actually
crazy.
very little for
But
a
hey, but they
Turlock
weren't
store.
all green. They weren't all green.
They weren't all
They
green.
They were not all
They
green.
had reds, a lot of reds in it too.
Most of them have a lot of reds in them.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, at that point, just like Walmart everywhere.
Right, but it's
have
like
horrible management.
it's sick. I feel it's also horrible
definitely a
hiring
retail
too,
issue.
though.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Because I've definitely like they've hired people for OGP, and I'm just like, bro,
Why?
who interviewed you? Like they need to get like stop. They need to stop interviewing people. Like they just be hiring anybody, you know?
Right, and I feel like other. I mean, I'm gonna keep comparing to Best Buy, but Best Buy, as of what I've dealt with, as of everybody I've talked to as a coworker,
They
they
seem
hire the right
competent.
people.
Yeah.
That they're somewhat knowledgeable in each area, whether it's small shit, little shit. People like a lot of us know computing, mobile, and home theater.
Yeah.
A handful of people know only really mobile, and that's because they own said phone. So it's like some of them it's like very minimal shit, but it's like you still know your phone, so you could just go sell phones and just be a cashier.
And then I work
Yeah.
at Walmart, and they're like, Christian, can you display the laptop screen on the TV because nobody else knows how to do it? I'm just like,
Jesus.
I'm like, yes. And then she comes in saying I'm her IT guy. I'm like, dude, I don't know jack shit about IT computer, bro. I could just do the basic stuff that anybody should be able to do.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm always taken back by how dumbfounded people are. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, because like some people just come in and they're just like. They ask,
I
like,
think
the
it's
most
more just
basic
like
question.
the laziness because they refuse to learn how to do stuff.
is.
Like they refuse to learn how to
Well,
do
that's what
simple
I said,
things.
dumbfounded. So they're not really
literally
dumb people.
go
They, just,
out of
they
my
happen to
way
find
to show
themselves in,
people.
Yeah.
in very low moments
Like-
in life where they're just like, oh yeah, I don't know how to do that. And
But
it's
they
like,
don't
wait,
even
you
want to learn.
Yeah,
is
it's
the
like you don't
thing.
care enough to like learn.
Yeah,
how to
and
do that?
I
What the
think
fuck?
it's so when they go to like places to fix it, they can feign ignorance, and they're like, "Oh, it's not my job." Like,
so
but
yeah.
this is tablet, computer, whatever is your responsibility.
That is
You
true.
paid for it with your money, so you should at least put in the effort to protect it. So you don't have to come and deal with shit like this. And
Some
it's
people just like doing the bare minimum. Then it's just like some people are really just
they
trying
do
to
the
get
fucking
by.
bare minimum, and
They're
they have to
just
do
really
the
trying to
most
get by.
work, and then at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense.
Do we just teach people how to be fucking internet literate?
Definitely, I feel like it has to be
a
a part of
Some type of
educational course
Right.
curriculum. Yeah, yeah.
Right, I was gonna say for sure.
Because it's
that
not
for the
going away
kids.
anytime soon. So like, you definitely should know how to open an email, send emails out.
No, I think you know what
do
they
all
should
that.
do.
Huh.
I don't know if do kids still learn cursive. Do you guys know that? Like they learn
I
cursive.
don't know, man. I'm in
From what
high
I can
school
tell,
students, no.
my sister said no.
No.
And she's currently a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
And so her whole middle school was like way different than our middle school experience. From what I could remember, and I'll say that I was in middle school like
I
6
feel like
years
if
ago.
they did still have cursive, I feel like they
They
should
did not have
replace
cursive,
that.
no.
I know, like, but if they,
They
like,
did have more of a focus on internet. I'm not gonna lie. She
Yeah.
knows how to compose emails, I think, now.
but
so.
if, I feel like
That's all really good.
I feel like they should have a course in there somewhere for ASL.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Because if they have
we
the
need
time
more
for
people out
cursive,
here.
then they can have the time for
fucking
ASL.
ASL, dude.
Because like I don't
Cursive's
know.
hard.
It's pointless. It's not that it's hard. It's just pointless.
ASL.
I think
No,
for me,
no,
I
cursive.
was it
Oh,
was always
cursive.
it was
Hey,
hard.
okay,
for me as
ASL
well.
is not
pointless. ASL is not pointless.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
If you have the opportunity to learn ASL, learn it.
hard
Learn it.
rebuttal right now.
I'm pretty sure like
I agree.
you would be an angel to
not
somebody who was like struggling to communicate with somebody or like something, and then you just walk up and you're like,
Bro,
you know, like
yeah, I've had to help deaf customers like 7 times.
no, yeah,
It is
I've
within
hard
the
to
last
struggle,
year.
right?
had a,
And
it's,
it's just
not
like-
that hard.
It's,
You
not
just-
that- it's
you don't
just
think so?
it's an inconvenience more than anything because
Okay,
like
true.
you have to like either one.
I just pull out
whip-
my notes.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just
Whip
pull
out
out
your
my notes.
phone and
That's
just
it.
like have it like communicate through a means of
Yeah.
understanding.
I mean, I don't mind doing that either. It's just like
or that usually they know what they want and they just kind of just like you follow me, go, and then you go and you're like, oh, dude, I don't have key, but now I do have a key. so it's
thankfully
like,
most of the
oh,
ones that I've dealt with like are good at reading lips. So like while I'm explaining something with my hands, I say it with my lips, and they usually put 2 and 2 together. You know,
that is true. Yeah.
so they're pretty good at that. Respect.
Yeah, I guess they are really good like lip reading.
I mean,
I mean, because they literally.
They would have mouth out sounds and be like, oh,
Right,
he's
and
trying to
they're-
say this.
I feel like because they have no hearing.
like they didn't have a choice.
Yeah, they had to get really
They
good.
didn't have
They
a
had to get really
choice,
good. Yeah. They had to pay attention a lot more.
Yeah.
So
And just ASL, really good to learn. What were we talking about? I'm talking
education and how it could be reformed. in
internet
better ways.
literacy.
Internet literacy, being safe online. You know, don't get scammed like our friend Richard and lose $300 worth of CS.
That Nigerian prince does not need your money.
I'm gonna
Believe
be
it or
honest
not.
with you guys, man. I've gotten back in since I'm now in. Oh, you computer shit.
Nice, it died.
Wait, how's that nice? What are we at?
We're like at 50 minutes, no?
You guys just end it here?
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is gonna
We'll
be
just
the
leave the
end.
audio and then I'll put some nice clips in right now. So, okay, the camera died.
The camera died, so we're not in the dark or anything. It just got, for you guys, it
can't
got really
see.
dark.
Ricky, don't touch me.
No, we can see. Nobody's getting touched. We can see.
Yeah. So, we're just going to end it here for now.
We are going to end it here. Yeah, that conversation. I felt like we ended on a high note, you know, education reform. Somehow politics always just make
Hopefully,
make it weasel its way
the
in.
video didn't get corrupted because it shut down from dead battery.
And if it did, you guys will see at least 30 minutes of us.
Yep.
And then the other 22 minutes will be all audio, which
I'll
you
put
guys are
some-
used to. You know,
put
you
some
guys,
nice
you guys
pictures.
did 7 episodes, each an hour long.
This is a
of just
chaotic
audio
video
only
for our podcast
Yeah.
listeners, dude. Like our Spotify listeners, because they're just gonna be like,
Like, what the fuck is happening?
right? They're not gonna know that our camera kept going off.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Well, I
they
mean,
do. Because we
it
informed
gets,
them.
it gets cut. It gets cut, and
No,
then
they
I
had
kinda
audio
jump it.
cues.
Oh, they
Is
got
this
audio
like the
cues.
after
Yeah,
show
like when
now,
it
dude?
cuts.
Are we done now?
That's right.
Oh, no, we're
We're like in the after show now.
We're
Yeah,
definitely gonna end it
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Thank you so much for listening.
Episode 9.
Check us out on Spotify, YouTube. Yeah, we now have a video format, so if you want to see our faces, definitely check us out
After
on
show would
there.
be fire. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
After show?
A what?
An after show?
man.
I don't know how that would work or what we would
That's
do
what
with
you
that.
can.
But
That's where we're a little more unhinged, though. I mean, that's typically what after shows are. Where
well,
it's
the
all-
after shows usually go
I
on
will say-
Patreons.
Yeah, today Ken and Chicks were saying that like we should have definitely done the live show at the Upscale event because it would have been nice being able to pull people out of the audience and ask them random questions. And so
Yeah,
I guess
dude.
the way
I wouldn't
after
have
show could
enjoyed
work is during a live show.
I'm gonna be honest
You
with
just
you,
kinda,
man.
like, call
That
it.
would not have worked today. It was so fucking windy, man. It
Oh, yeah.
was
Nah,
so
that's what I
windy.
pointed out. I'm not gonna lie. He's taking credit for my my.
Is that what you really pointed out? I don't remember
said
this.
like, oh yeah, we're gonna be recording. Then you're just gonna hear fucking air going.
Hi,
by.
my name is. like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fucking hurricane, cyclone going on outside.
I don't know. Ken, I'm just saying, Ken could have got TikTok videos if you wanted content that bad.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
All right, but if we do after show,
Probably
probably
we could all definitely improve in our.
probably sadly be put up by a paywall.
Are there any takeaways
money.
from this episode?
We need money.
About to
Do
say, or just,
any sort of
or there you
physical
go, maybe
exercise
just
for
throw
30
up,
minutes.
A Patreon.
Get internet
damn,
literate.
Okay, god damn.
Yeah, Patreon. Everybody starts a Patreon.
I
right?
know.
We don't
I
have to
know
feel
everyone
bad
says a
about it.
Patreon. That's why I don't want to do one.
But it's not
Why
like
not? Just like
I feel
it's a very secure way to make sure that like people that fuck
Like
with your shit
support, right.
give you money. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Support-wise.
everybody does it, so might as well.
Bro,
we start a
but
Patreon
y'all
soon.
want nicer quality shirts.
Nah, man.
I'm about to cop up a couple money,
Nah,
you know?
man. I gotta get it from the mud, man. I
If
gotta
y'all,
get it
if
from
y'all
the
want to
mud.
see us rolling around in a,
Chaser. JZX 100.
I guess a chaser, yeah. I was gonna say a Miata that's off-road, kitted out. You know, lift kit, aggressive
Nah,
tire.
man. We
tread.
gotta stay underground, bro. You gotta keep it underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the next episode in a $4 million bunker somewhere in Nevada, definitely check out our Patreon. Whenever
If you want to see Christian homeless, ignore this.
you know what we can do? We
kinda looks
should
something already.
record a podcast where we go to Russia and we go try to find Buran. But
My boy.
if we find Buran, it's a famous Soviet
Ghost.
No. It's a famous Soviet space shuttle, and it never actually left into orbit, and so it got finished, the design and everything, and I don't think it's functional anymore because you need fuel in order to get it to go. But it's just held up in a bunker somewhere, and that bunker has like no security, so you go see it. But if you get caught, it's international laws,
Hey.
and so then
We gonna be
You
locked
probably
up
get
with
lo-
Brittany Reiner.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about
yeah.
I don't know about locked up, probably like lined against the wall and shot. But yeah, I would like to be locked up with Brittany Griner. That'd be dope.
Yo,
You know,
we should.
If it was a male NBA star, he would have been home by now. What are you doing, Joe Biden?
No,
Wake up.
we should really end this because I know Future Me is fucking mad right now that he has to
I'm
edit
sorry,
all these
future
goddamn
Christian.
pictures.
We're
and
gonna edit it.
I have to edit Brittany Griner into the podcast. Now.
All right, we'll end it here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
for
pretend I say Brittany Grimer, okay? I didn't mess it up.
Yeah. Whenever this gets released, we're gonna move over into bi-weekly releases.
Yeah.
That way we can actually stay more consistent with this because
You know, it'd be nicer
Lord knows we're
qualities.
struggling.
Nicer qualities too.
That too, yeah. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.